Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afkar, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of your divine uniqueness. So, thank you for your presence, being here with us, whether on the live call or on the replay. And yeah, also very excited that Catherine O'Connor is back on the show. She's been joining us every season in the past few years, and I have to say, like, since the first time we had her on the call, it's like the experience, it was very, very profound, very powerful. And for me, it was like the activations, the energy work that was happening um, in parallel as she was sharing her message. I really felt that powerful energy and feeling more connected to myself, my truth, and being more grounded in who I am. And that was a really powerful experience. And it kept getting even more powerful as she's been joining us. And yeah, so for those of you who are new to her, she is the founder of Divine Temple, sacred architect, scribe of infinite knowledge and divine love, and initiated into the lineage of thought. And today's call will be about stepping into the spotlight and being deeply nourished, and nourished in relation to having more impacts in your income that you are receiving and the connections that you are having and creating or attracting. So yeah, so we'll be sharing about that. So it's more about bringing more of our lights and feeling secure in doing that. And this is a theme that I feel like so many of us um, are being called to or experiencing recently. Um, because it's how to say, like, as we are evolving and moving forward in our journey, at some point in time, we are called to show more and more of who we are and share those gifts that that we are meant to share with others and with the world. So yeah, and there will be also energetic frequency work today and activations. And also we'll have a Q&A later on the call where you can ask Catherine your questions. And for that, if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand by pressing reactions, then raise hand. If you are on the phone, you can raise your hand by pressing *9, and also you can type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And yeah, so with that, Catherine, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you, Monsef. It's a pleasure to be back. I love being part of this show. So and lovely to have your community so present. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, always happy and happy to have you with us here on the show, Catherine. And yeah, so we are talking about stepping into the spotlight. So my first question is, what that mean for you, and is it something that is only related to the things like maybe a career or how do you say, something that we will share with others, or it can be like more broader than that, and it can be related to different aspects of our life?
Oh no, it's definitely more broader than that. And just to kind of presence it, the guides are very present. So when I speak that this is also like Toth is also very, very present. So this is like it's like a 50% channel. So 50% me and well, maybe even more more Toth. So yes, stepping into the spotlight is like at the very core is about stepping into the truth of who you are, which we often call as authenticity, which is a really good way to speak about it. And it's been able to be, so that first step is being able to be visible to yourself. So to really know and understand yourself and to bring in more of your authentic self, which is at the very core and at the very essence, your divine light, you as a pure soul, your soul energy, your soul essence, and your divine essence. That which is already always present. So your divine essence, your uniqueness, is always present. And so sometimes it's a process of unveiling that. So that's that's letting go of some of the illusions. And it is also often a process of awakening that within you. So when we awaken that within you, we're awakening. That's what activations are essentially doing, is they're awakening those codes that already reside within you. And when you talk about it in various parts of your life, yes, absolutely. So that can be in relationship. It can be as you step more into the truth of who you are, and we can then also bring in that understanding of multidimensionality, that you reside on the Earth star and you also reside in other planes of reality, and that really it's opening to being conscious of that. And so when we step into relationship as more as your full self or as our full selves, then it is much more easy to be truthful. And the idea of accessing and releasing fears of visibility or stepping into the spotlight as being visible as yourself is, for example, in relationship, being able to speak your truth, being able to have clear boundaries, being able to open to intimacy, like true intimacy, where it's heart to heart, soul to soul, where both parties are being authentic and able to communicate. So that might be an example in relationship. And then an example might be in financial abundance or financial, maybe aligned abundance, is having the expression of yourself be so authentic that you're radiating your truth, so that, and your truth in terms of the resources that you need, both inner and outer, money's an outer resource, to the universe, to the multiverse, and to yourself, that it's natural that you come into relationship with things, how do we put it? You come into a relationship with the possibility of bringing in that financial abundance, or that the financial resources that you might require for your life on Earth. And that's unique for everyone. And then also you come into a space where you're able to receive it, because a big part of that is also being open to receive. And that all comes about so much from that sense of, this is really who I am. This is who I am. This is what I'm about, and this is what I'm communicating to myself, others in the world. So I've just given a few examples of where that might be showing up in other parts of your life. And then yes, career, absolutely, or mission, or how you step into the light of what your next soul is calling you to do. Like I meet many people who have been called to express their gifts and talents through the light work. And light work, I mean, in a very broad sense, that they're really been called to do. And a lot of fears come up when we step into that. A lot of fears around, am I good enough? Is this aligned for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? How would I earn money? Those are fears, and underneath those fears often are, what will happen when I'm really, really, truly myself, and I'm ready to be visible with that, as well as who I am. So I think I've kind of spent quite a bit of time answering that question. So yeah, just create some
I
space.
mean, I love the answer, because it really summarizes like the essence of what we are going through right now. And also you mentioned like being secure in doing that and allowing our lights to be seen and shared. And how to say, maybe part of that is feeling like more safe with the unknown. But how can we maybe experience that, like feeling secure in sharing our lights, even though it's something can be new, can be scary at some points on time, or uncomfortable?
Yeah. Okay. So that's a really beautiful question. And it's very interesting because the guides spoke about this recently in my frequency update. Um, so, okay, being uncomfortable is normal. So as we step into new paradigms of reality, as we grow, as we're called to do that next scary thing or that next challenging thing, that sense of uncomfortability is often a natural part of that process. And part of what is being up leveled when we step slightly out of our comfort zone is we start to meet aspects of ourselves, or often start to meet aspects of ourselves that are starting to wake up. And those aspects that are starting to wake up often are carrying some form of illusion lie. They're carrying some form of experience that has created the illusion lie, either in this lifetime or past lifetimes. And as they start to be awake, they're a bit like waking a grumpy child or a grumpy adult. They kind of go, "Arr," and the experience is either fear or just feeling uncomfortable. It can be things like what people call resistance, where it's kind of like, I don't really want to do this, but I know I kind of feels good. All of those are actually really good signs. They're really healthy signs that you are evolving. And what your soul is calling you to do is to uncouple or unveil or come to understand and know with compassion what it is that is awakening within you, what those grumpy parts are. And those grumpy parts might be, I'm going to, all those uncomfortable parts that are getting awakened, what that is, which is being awakened through feeling uncomfortable. Those parts they may carry what you could call experiences that you want to process still. They might be semi-traumatic or very traumatic, or just experiences that you haven't fully processed and that have got blocked in the system. But also what they also hold is they hold depths of wisdom, because when we go through an experience, that experience is encoded with so much wisdom. And sometimes we get blocked, particularly if those things happened in a way that was overwhelming, or we experienced as overwhelming. They get blocked in our system from being fully processed. And that also means that the wisdom within them, the learning within them, hasn't fully been ignited within our system, hasn't fully had that chance to unveil. And that's where the beautiful energy work steps in, because it really supports our systems to move through those uncomfortable places and come to understand what they're really, really about and what they're really here for, and help us process and take those beautiful wisdom pieces with us. And then as we do that, and we bring in more of our own light, our own divinity, our own authenticity, by both unveiling, uncoupling, and bringing through the wisdom, which is essentially what clearing and activation is, then we start to feel really comfortable and confident in being in our light. So it's a process, not dissimilar from learning to walk.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I love your answer. And like about feeling uncomfortable, and also the resistance that we may be feeling. Like you said, it may be something related to a trauma that is coming to the surface, or something that needs our attention and needs to be transmuted. And many times we may confuse that with how to say, inner guidance, that this is not right for us. That's like you said, as we go through the process, we try to we start discerning between like what is more about trauma and limiting belief, and really inner guidance that is guiding us toward something different. Yeah, beautiful. And maybe I will take a question from Linda. How do we become aware of multiple dimensions?
Yeah, sure. And just also to let everyone know that
Yeah.
that there are energies streaming in for each of you, and just as we speak, there is energy through this process. So Linda, how do we become aware of multidimensional dimensions? Okay, that's beautiful. So I'm actually going to, like, Toth is so present. What I'm going to do is bring in more of an experience for you, because I think it's easier in some ways. So, okay, so just and this is for everyone in the group, if you are wanting to experience just a little bit more of what it's like to experience being multidimensional, because you are multidimensional. So tina ataya shata kia tina atai tita aka aka netia. So part of being visible is being able to shine your light and all the dimensions in which you reside. Tina a tia aka, we often speak of the Earth Star dimension and we address that, but there are very, very many dimensions in which you reside. And part of the process of being or experiencing the multi-dimensions is to open your awareness. So the first step is to open your awareness to the possibility that you're multidimensional. There we go. So you can just allow any belief systems that might be blocking that awareness and that acceptance that this is a truth or this is a universal truth. And so this is a choice. So if you would like to release any illusions that's not true, that you only exist here. And you can send them down to the earth, or you can send them up to source consciousness, or you can have them transmuted in the moment into light. Go. So tina ataya tita aka akane tita aka akane tia. And then the next piece is opening your consciousness to begin to experience it. Now, one beautiful, like just physical exercise is to use your peripheral vision. So what you do when you use your peripheral vision is you're opening yourself to other planes of reality with much more ease. So in the Earth Star environment, often we're very focused. So our physical body stays very like focused in what's directly in front of us. So when you open your peripheral vision, you soften your eyes, it's almost like just allowing the corners of your eyes to see that which is on the left and the right, and then what's behind you. There you go. So it's beautiful. So the group is starting to deepen more into what some people may experience as more of a meditative state. It's a softer state. It's a state of allowing that which is not necessarily physically visible to come into your awareness. Tina ataya tita arana ashakitia namahatai itaya rana taya shika akanetia. So bringing in the multidimensional codes of awareness na ati tina ata ashitita aka akanetia that is specific for each of you. Tina asha akai. So releasing any blocks on you being visible to yourself as a multidimensional being, just allowing those to dissolve. Na asha tika aka akanetia, whether they're in this form of thoughts, that this is not possible for you, that you cannot do this. Na ataya tina atita aka akane tia ashaki aka, that only special people can do it. Na ashaka aka aka, releasing that. Na atia aka, or anything in that kind of vein of thinking. Tia ashana tia aka akane tia. And for some of you, this goes back to early childhood where you were maybe very much in touch with those higher dimensional planes, those other dimensional planes. And there was a sense that it was necessary to that. Yeah, there you go. Tina aka akane tia, that you may have not, like it may not have been okay for some reason, or it was you shut it down for some reason. So just allowing that to dissolve. And this is very, very normal. Tia ata aka akane ti tia aka akane tia. And then one of the keys of being visible to yourself is that sense that you are seen for who you are. Tia ta ashene ti kiena atai. So there is a God force or a God presence or a divine presence that is present now with that light of recognition for who you are. Tina ataya shitika aka akane tita aka akane tia. And then we're just inviting you to have that pure sense of yourself as a multidimensional being and allowing the presence of you. So the experience can be that you feel a bit larger, that you're receiving energy and codes that are yours from you, from other dimensions. And that there's like a certain clarity in terms of intuition. That there's a sense that you begin to really know at a deeper level who you are. And with that, there's that sense of, oh, okay. So for many of you, what's happening is it's a sense of your intuition is getting stronger. And that is a sign that you are experiencing your multidimensional self, your more expanded sense of yourself. Tina ati tita akaine tia. There we go. And we're just going to allow you to experience also one of the visibility codes of confidence, of being confident, being visible. Tina atai tita aka akaine tia. Just inviting that to drop in as well to support this experience of yourself as larger than you might have experienced. Akanati aka akanati. We will just let the energies soften and come back to what the group and the questions that are present, and Monsif, and we'll also presence that practicing being in your peripheral vision is a beautiful way to access more of your multidimensional self and experience it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Catherine. Yeah, that was a really like powerful answer, and also the energies. It was really, really beautiful. And yeah, Linda shared, and that was lovely and felt expansive. Thank you so much. Moaka shares, thank you for your lovely energies. And maybe I will take the second question from Linda, if other member of the audience allow that. Because I feel it's very related to something that you shared before about blockage of frequency. And she asked that, how do we know if we have blocks a frequency that would bring forth a better future situation with our relationships?
How do we know if we have a blocked, okay, I'm going to let Toth come in. How do we know if we have a blocked frequency that would bring forth a better future situation? Okay, that is a really beautiful question. Okay, so yes, relationships are complex. And because sometimes I think we believe what you're also pointing to, or bringing out and speaking and bringing kind of to the surface for the group and for yourself, is that in a relationship, particularly a really intimate relationship, it is sometimes challenging to know, is this my blocked frequency that's creating some of the dynamics in the relationship that don't feel healthy, or is it within the other? Or is it even within the field in which we reside in this current epoch on the Earth star in our society? So tina ata aka aka ne tishi aka. So the best way for you to and this is Toth, for the best way for you to understand whether you are the best way for you to understand the part of this that is you, because relationships are if it's an intimate relationship that you're speaking of, they're two-way. There is always 90% of the time it is something inside you and something inside the other. So one of the most, so that really answers the question, is that if there is something in a dynamic that is arising that does not feel aligned, then this is a learning for you. Now, what the learning is the next challenging piece, and how to separate out what is your learning and what is yours and what is not yours. So the first piece we would recommend is that you spend some time in meditation. You find some time And when we say meditation, we mean in the broader sense of the word. So for you, that might be going for a walk and contemplating. For others, it may be sitting and doing a traditional meditation. And part of that meditation is to access your sense of yourself, to really understand who you are. And as you come into a divine relationship with yourself and truly understand you, that makes it a lot clearer to understand what it is inside you that is asking to be up-leveled through having this experience in a relationship that may not be as ideal as you would divinely desire. And then the next piece is in the meditation to ask to be, to ask to have the experience of what it is inside you that is unconscious, that is wanting to become conscious. And as you ask that question, trust what comes forward. It may come forward in as an intuition, as a sense. It may be just like a grain of sand that you get like an inkling that will open the door to more grains of sand. It may be like a really aha moment. It may be an action step that you need to take in order to unlock more of that. It may be to write in a stream of consciousness what it is, like the question and answer type form of stream of consciousness. This is all ways to actually unveil within you the truth that's actually being that's being present to you. And then another really beautiful key is to work with someone else around it, like to actually have a guide of some sort to support you to really unlock what it is inside you that is asking to be up-leveled. So the broadest way that we can answer that question is to say, if there's something in your life that is not aligned and does not feel aligned, then there is going to be something inside you that is asking to be up-leveled. So there will be some form of blockage, and that can be anything. It can be like in a relationship, it can be actually speaking your truth. You need to articulate what it is that you're feeling and desiring in the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a beautiful answer. And I'll just say like relationships can be sometimes can be triggering, but they really help us move forward in ways that sometimes we don't expect. It can be really the shifts can be really deep and fast. And yeah, thank you, Linda, for the question. She wrote, I like that answer. I'm dealing with a selfless person.
Yeah, well, I that was the piece that that Toth was also but like the real question is, what is it like the relationship with yourself? Like, where is it in yourself that is being asked to shift so that you're truly nurtured in a way that feels very aligned for you? So what is your truth in this relationship? What needs to be spoken that's not been spoken? There you go. So that's shifting something inside you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Catherine. And thank you, Linda. And yeah, another feedback about the transmission from Pippa. Beautiful and powerful. Thank you. And yeah, let's take a question from Joshua. Can you please unmute yourself?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi, Catherine. Aloha.
Aloha, Josh. Aloha.
Been a minute since we talked. So been moving through some big changes. As you know, we're in Maine and we're about to move again. I've been intuitively called to go back to Cali. as there's been a house that's opened up for us. And I'm curious if there's any guidance from my higher self or Thoth around the next 2 weeks to 3 weeks we'll be here in Maine, or anything around the move that could be helpful for us. Thank you.
Okay, so that's a pleasure, Joshua. Tina ata aka aka netia. So the first piece that's coming through is like trust yourself. So that's the first piece, or feel confident in your own choices. There we go. So there's energy coming through. There's energy coming through for you through the central channel. Tina atia aka aka netia, and that is to help ground you. So that was the other piece that was coming through, is continue to like tune into the light in the way that you do, and connect to the earth, connect to the ground, like connect to the ground where you live right now. So in this process, stay in the moment, and this is almost like the learning that's coming from this for you is to stay in the moment. So stay present where you are living right now in yourself. As you prepare for the move back to Kali. There we go. So rather than jumping, so what your system might be wanting to do is it might be wanting to be in Kali right now. So stay in present moment, in Maine, present with all that's evolving in your life. So present with your relationships, present with some folding in Maine. And so as you leave Maine, what's also been shown is there is the unfolding of, so as you stay present, there is the unfolding of why you went to Maine happening, if that makes sense. Like there's more that's going to be shown to you, or more that's going to come to light, or more realizations. And the key to it is for you to stay really, really, really present in that environment as you prepare to move. So it's not that you don't do the preparation to move, you do. Because obviously that your system will need warming up, and there is preparation. With that light is still kind of channeling in for you. Does that answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Appreciate it. Is there anything with Flora that could help her with the drive as she's 7 months?
How many months pregnant did you say she was?
7 months.
Take it slowly. So that's the guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Take it slowly, take lots of breaks, be very mindful of what her needs are. Don't put any pressure on yourselves to do it quickly. Be gentle, be kind, be nurturing, drink lots of water. Really practical things. Really, really practical things. And I'll just see if there's anything else. And she now, right now, as you speak, is receiving, and she'll continue to receive it. She's receiving codes, like there are codes downloading to her, through her central channel. And my sense is that those have been downloading through through her pregnancy. So to be aware that she's going through she's going through a transformation. It is natural for a woman to go through a transformation through pregnancy. That's a very natural process, but just be aware of it and know that she is constant. She's receiving downloads, like 90% of the time that she's just receiving them, receiving. So that she might feel tired. And that's really, really natural. And they're bringing this forward so that it clarifies for you maybe some of what you're experiencing together. And as you drive, you can create like an energetic container for her, and for the baby, for the infant, in utero. You can do all the things you do, all the things, use sound, use music. Just make it, just to keep nurturing as the underlying theme and the drive, and she will be fine, and you'll be fine.
Awesome. Grateful. Thank you so much. Blessings to both of you.
The pleasure.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you, Joshua.
Aloha. Blessings, Josh.
And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine. And yeah, I love your answer about like moving, because that's, I think many of us experience that. And also myself, when maybe I move or travel, I tend to plan a lot and prepare for that. But then I realized that I didn't to do that. It's more about being grounded and being present with the energy happening and the shift that is happening. And yeah, that makes the experience maybe much more enjoyable. And but yeah, thank you for that. And let's see. So we will take more questions in a little bit. For now, I would love if you can talk a little about the program that you are offering. So we have a step into the spotlight live masterclass. It's 90 minutes masterclass, which will be happening on May 20, US time, and May 21, New Zealand time. And also, Catherine is offering 60 minutes one-on-one alignment transmission private session with her thoughts and beings of light in light. And also there is a third package which include both A and B. And I invite everyone to visit the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. So yeah, Catherine, I would love if you can tell us about the masterclass and one-on-one session.
Certainly. So the masterclass is an opportunity to release a core fear of visibility, whatever that might be for you. It is a deep transmission. The transmissions do go deep, so the energy is potent, and it is the potency of the energy is there to support your system to release a core visibility fear. And then the second part is we move into receiving codes of, and really that depends on what the group that gathers and what the guides want to bring through. But they're codes to support you to be visible. They can be codes of empowerment. They can be codes of confidence. They can be heart codes, so they come directly into your heart. Because being visible in this new paradigm of consciousness requires you to be like visible with yourself. And part of that is to feel confident in that, to feel at ease in that, to feel empowered. So you come from an empowered place, that you're in your heart, so that there's a sense of integrity in all that you do, and that you have that clarity of vision of where you're heading, and able to speak, like to open the voice and speak your truth. So those are some of the key codes that can come through in this transmission, and really where the guides choose to take us really depends on what's optimal in the moment. So there's the release, and then there's the stepping into the pure essence of who you are through accessing this next level of being comfortable with being visible. That's what we'll do in the 90 minutes. And just a presence, I love group fields. I find them really, really potent. The second piece is a one-on-one transmission with me. Again, we can focus on visibility as being the through line, the access point to bringing in more of your divine self, more of your authentic self. But these one-on-ones are tailored to exactly what you want, exactly what you require, the recalibration that you require. And we get to have an opportunity to talk one-on-one and really open the door to what it is that where you're at in your life, and where you're wanting to head to, and how we can help to bridge that. And again, that's with Toth and guides and whatever is required to come through. And again, they're very potent. And then the second piece is bringing those two together, which actually is a really lovely combination. I would encourage you, if you're drawn to one or the other, to think about, having the combination. That's dynamic when you come together as a group, and then also you have a one-on-one that really can move things along quite dynamically.
Yeah, beautiful. So grateful to you, Catherine. Thank you so much for both the masterclass and also the one-on-one session. And yeah, like you mentioned, it's maybe many times we tend to seek maybe support from others about specific aspects of our life. But from my understanding of what we talked about today is that when we feel more comfortable and secure in being in our lives, it's our whole life is affected by that, and it really helps us to move forward in the different aspects of our life, feeling more grounded and more at ease, showing who we are and our truth. So yeah, thank you for the support you are sharing with our audience. And yeah, everyone, I invite you to sign up to one of these packages that Catherine is offering to us. And again, the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yes, so let's take another question. Melanie, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
Okay, you're my favorite person.
Thank you.
I absolutely love working with you. I'm so glad I caught you live this time. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, wonderful.
I have so
Welcome.
many questions. One is about my health, but another one is, in whichever one you feel called to add, is to explain the container that you talk about in your programs. And then one is about Sjogren. So you choose.
So what was the last word you said? One is about...
I have Sjogren's lately. Is that no moisture in the eyes or the mouth or skin, and I didn't know if maybe there was any guidance that I could get on helping nourish my body with liquid.
Okay. All right. So let's start with, see if we can do both. So the first piece is the energy vortexes, or the energy support, or the energy containers that are in my programs. So all the work that I do, so that will be in the masterclass and in one-on-one sessions. And then if you work with me for a longer period of time, there's a 24/7. So the period of time, if you're working with me for a longer period of time, for the period of time that the guides and I are working with you, there's a 24/7 energy vortex, which means that it's a little bit like being in a temple space that has a perfectly aligned energy supporting you. So I will just tina atai te ashaka ake. So if it's a 24-hour, as it will be for the masterclass, there's a 24-hour energy vortex that comes with it. So what's happening now is just for you, for you to experience what it's like to be in an energy vortex. So we're setting one up. This is a very general one, so it's not specific. I mean, it's specific for this group, but you're all essentially receiving something very similar. So we just invite your higher self and Thoth to calibrate this energy vortex for each of you. It's a way to answer your question, and ask that it run for the next 24 hours as is aligned. So if you do not want this energy vortex, if you would like this energy vortex, we invite you to say in your mind's eye, yes. There you go. So there's conscious choice. So we create it with Thoth. So I go into meditation with Thoth, and create these energy vortexes. And there are other ways too, but that's one way and that's how we're doing it now. So inviting any guides that you have to add any energies into this 24-hour vortex, this 24-hour energy container, and you can imagine that it's just like being in a temple space, that you're in a temple. You don't need to do anything different in your life. Just know that you are really being very, very deeply nourished by very aligned energies for you in this present moment. And they can become tailored. The energies we will, in a program, we'll tailor the energy, or we will tailor the energy specifically for specific purposes. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
And they are, yeah. I mean, I think they're a big part of what supports individuals in the transformational journey. And then to answer your second question, just very briefly touching in, okay, so the essence, like if you're looking for the essence of it, there's, again, it's grief or unprocessed emotion that is asking to be released through crying, through tears. In terms of the physical body, it's like you're on the beginning you're on a path, you're on the beginning of a path. Yeah, you may want to look at topical creams, natural herbs. Yes, drinking water is a really positive thing. I don't quite know what they mean by this, but I'm hearing ionized water. So I'm not 100%, but they may mean, charged water of some form, spring water, pure. So it's a purification process that's your body is asking for. And that you may find that it takes you kind of deep into a process. It may not be like it's what I'm seeing, the possibilities. It's the start of a new journey for you. Like it's opening that up. As I know, So again, be kind, gentle, and compassionate with yourself.
Thank you for calling on me, Mom Steph, and thank you, Catherine. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Melanie.
Pleasure.
Beautiful. And thank you so much, Catherine, for the answers. And a question from Jill. Hello, thank you for this beautiful wisdom. Catherine, can the guides speak to the lessons and energies that come with sudden death? My wonderful cat, Buddha, passed away yesterday very quickly, and he was a young man. Thank you very much.
Okay. So the first lesson, Jill, is we can sense how much you loved your cat and how much that love is now like it's for you, it's fueling you, it's for you to really receive that love for yourself. And that Buddha's passing is a lesson in love. It's that next lesson in love for you. And allowing yourself to receive love fully. For when we love another, we are opening ourselves to the feelings that arise when the physicality, so when that which we love moves into the higher planes or transitions. However, that love that we have is always present. It's always present. And so to continue to love and to deepen into receiving love through the process of truly embodying the love that was present in the relationship and anchoring that in, so truly embodying it, is the gift that comes through the transition of that which you loved deeply. So this is also a journey of self-love. And yes, for many, that process of grief is the process that we go through to come to this place of fully receiving the love that we be. And it's also a very sacred time. So there's a lot of energies present at the moment that are sacred. So whenever a loved one transitions, there is a space for the divine to enter. And for you to be with that sense of the divine without and the inner divinity that you hold. So with much love and grace, we really acknowledge that which you are experiencing and also that which you've brought forward for the group. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. And also thank you, Jill, and sending you so much love. Let's see. Pippa, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, what a
Hello,
beautiful
Pippa.
call. I just want to say it's just a beautiful call, and that last message was so profound. Because my cat recently died, so that was amazing. So yes, basically I would really love to know if my soul, my higher self would like me to set up this retreat, a healing retreat.
Yes.
But the problem is it's just not happening. So I'm wondering if I'm not meant to be doing it.
Okay, so that is what Monsef brought forward right at the beginning of the show. So how perfect. So perfect. Okay, so tina ataia ti aka aka nei tio. So the essential question is, the essential answer is follow your heart, you know. And we know that this is aligned and that is where your heart is calling you. We also know that when things are not working, like on the physical plane, things seem to be not working, that is where it's simply showing you that where your system is out of alignment. That's one aspect of it. Now, the other aspect can be, and might be in this case, it's a bit like it's divine timing, like we don't, like we're going to use the word divine timing. But when we say divine time, we mean that there's still preparation. You're still in the preparation phase, or there are still things that need to unpack. There are still pieces that are coming in. And so know that it's okay that it takes the time that it needs to take. So we see it, like we can see it, but we don't see it happening tomorrow. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
I have to sell my property.
What's that?
I said I have to sell my property first, but that's not been selling either, in order to buy the land to set up the retreat. But that's in my heart. That's what I truly, truly want.
Okay, so I think that's some of the work in there. That's some of the pieces that are needing to come in for you, because your system does feel like it does feel like it's in different places. And really what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to start to bring all those fields that you are into resonance. Now, I'm not 100% certain what's creating that. Like, as I'm speaking, it's starting to come a little bit more into resonance. So whether it's some of your thought processes or whether it's what's happening on the planet at the moment, that's meaning that selling your place or bringing that into pure alignment is taking a little bit of time. But there's also you bringing all your energy into, and this is what's happening on the energetic planes with you at the moment, is bringing all your energy into alignment. So consolidating your energy into this one first piece. There we go. So that you can anchor yourself in the present moment. So again, it's very interesting that this theme is coming through again. So anchoring yourself in the present moment, in the reality of where you are, in the home that you're in at the moment, and bringing yourself back to where it is that you truly are, where you're at right now, and what that first piece is, what that first step is. Okay. And that doesn't mean letting go of the vision or even working on the vision, but it means still being very present in the current reality, in the present moment of where you're at and what is being presented in this moment as the next piece for you. How's that ending for you?
Oh, I've gone really still and calm and not to worry about it. Divine timing. Just it will happen. Oh, absolutely. It's been absolutely amazing. And I shall be taking up your package. Just absolutely wonderful. This has been fantastic.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for your support and help to both of you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pippa.
Look forward to seeing you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
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 Much love. Beautiful. Thank you so much, also Catherine, for the guidance. And yeah, I find it very inspiring because it's something we may experience that's really feels something is really aligned with our path and with our hearts, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know, the mind trying to see the results right away. And having trust and trusting that's like everything is unfolding on the right way and the right time, and it can be very very helpful. So so Jill, she wrote feedback. Thank you very much for that beautiful message. It is stunning, and I am so grateful, eternally grateful for that message, and for you, Catherine and Monsef. You are absolute blessings. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Jill.
Tatiana, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Catherine. Hello, Mansef. Sorry, I was late. I just came from work. My question is, I'm about to start my YouTube channel finally. And of course, I heard that you have to start it in new moon, so it will be kind of more beneficial. And I think to myself, do I really have to start it on a new moon, or I just start it when I feel it? And I started. How it works?
Perfect.
I mean, is it like you say, divine timing? Is there like days that are more kind of, or it doesn't matter?
Well, I think you've
Sorry,
answered your
it's a silly
question.
question, but
No, it's wonderful, and I actually think it's a really good question because I mean, I personally think we can get caught in all sorts of things, and we can also get caught in the spiritual paradigm of correctness, if I can call it that. Look, honestly, follow your intuition and follow your
my
heart,
Okay.
follow the impulse, and divine timing is divine timing. And the new moon is, yes, it's a beautiful space and place and for new beginnings. And there are so many other energies that are influencing the planet as well.
Yeah.
That there are also many spaces, and this is the guide speaking, many spaces and opportunities to step
Okay.
in and create.
All right.
And also to recognize, like you talk about beginning the YouTube channel, this didn't begin when you first placed it in YouTube. This began lifetimes ago. So it's
Okay.
already been up and running for a long time.
Yeah, in my
So
head, yeah.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the other piece. So yeah, we celebrate you, we love you, keep rolling with it. Amazing. And follow your heart, follow what feels good and right for you and nourishing for you in each moment. And
Thank you so much.
you'll naturally do it on the new moon if that's when it's meant to be.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate Catherine. Appreciate myself. I love you both. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Josiana. Much love. And yeah, thank you also, Catherine. And we have a question from Teresa. Good day. Would you please advise on not being confident? I move forward in life even though I feel not confident. I think a part of this is a fear of being blamed by others. I'm considering becoming a medical intuitive, but I'm afraid I may give myself more than I can handle, and fear of being out there. As for now, I work as a massage therapist and feels a little safer. Your guidance and love is greatly appreciated. Thank you both.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And that's again a really beautiful question and a very common experience. Monsef, would you say the name of the woman?
Teresa.
I think it was Teresa. Thank you. So it's a very common experience, Teresa. And there may be many other people who are listening at the moment or listening to the replay who have that experience as well, or who have had it. So tina ataya tita aka ake ne titirana ashaka ake. So just inviting you and anyone else who has some fear of stepping into that next, like they have that sense that they want to move into the next, like the next evolution of what their gifts and talents or what they want to bring forward into the world. And there's that underlying fear that you don't have what it takes in whatever form. Like you may feel that you'll hurt someone, or that you're not good enough, or that you don't have the skill base, you won't get the clients, or you won't, the work just won't be as impactful. So any of those fears of stepping in to that next level of contribution that you have been called to contribute to, just inviting those fears to dissolve across all lifetime spaces and realities. There we go. So just, and for you, Teresa, that sense of kind of the fears that arise as you contemplate stepping into that, being a medical intuitive, and knowing that that massage that you do and have done, like that skill base or that genius, that will be with you. Like that will also that is providing you with a really good foundation for becoming the medical intuitive that you've been called to. There we go. So yeah, so everything you've done in your life, and this goes to everyone as well, creates a really beautiful foundation. Nothing is wasted. So it's not like you are leaping from a nothing to a big thing. Yeah, you've got really good foundations, and those foundations can like is often also the personal work that you've done, the spiritual evolution, the spiritual work, the archiving and the digging that you have done, and the releasing and the activating and all those things. They create this foundation for you. Yeah. So the next piece, as you just release any fears, doubt, insecurities, like kind of shrouds that you've put over yourself. Okay. So there's quite a lot that the group is presenting. So just bring in a little bit of light language just to allow that to clear. Tina ataya shitikia aka aka ne tita aka aka ne tita rana shika aka aka ne tia. There it goes. That's just energy coming in to support you to clear it and to let it go and release it. And then for you, Teresa, just allowing codes of confidence to drop in. So that's the first piece. It's just bringing in those codes of confidence that you have all that you require within you to move into being a medical intuitive. And yes, there's always a learning curve. There's always more that you garner. But you garner more from doing the thing than you do from contemplating doing the thing or from learning to do the thing. You gain so much from stepping into the driver's seat and doing that which you feel called to do. And know that you are ready. You go. And just allowing codes of confidence to drop in for everyone. For that next step, Tina ataya, shitika aka aka ne tia, and a few codes of visibility, Tina ataya, shika aka aka ne tia, to bring you into alignment with yourself. So you be visible with yourself and your own desires, your own dreams. Tia na ta she tika aka aka ne tia. There you go. And Teresa, as fears arise, just like on that journey, know that you can move through them. It's okay. There is a beautiful saying of, there's feel the fear and do it anyway. Allow the fears to process through. And just allow them to process through and know that they are not there to stop you. They're just reminding your system that you are also living on the Earth Star.
Yeah.
We will just allow those energies, to complete. Thank you, Monsieur.
Yeah, I really love that. Like you mentioned, we can learn so much and shift so much once we step into doing what we feel guided to, or we feel have gifts into. And yeah, and many times like we have either fears or doubts or feeling not ready, but it's like you said, like once we start moving forward, taking the next step, like it's part of the process of feeling secure, being in our light and share that. Yeah, that's really love that. Thank you. And also thank you, Teresa, for your question. And let's see. Can we take one more question? It's from Moaka on YouTube. I have a financial issue where a number of people just don't want to pay back. It's affecting my finances. I also feel I need to shift.
And Monsif, would you repeat their name? I missed it again. I'm sorry.
Moaka.
Monica.
No, Moaka.
Oh.
Mwaka.
Okay, Mocha. Oh my goodness. Okay, so right. It's going to be the guides come in. So Mocha, and apologies if we're not saying your name 100% right. Na atita aka aka ne titia rana ashika aka aka ne tita aka aka ne tia. So this is creating a lot of anger in your system. Tina ashaka aka aka ne titara ashaka aka ne ia, and what we call undue stress. Tina atia, tina ataka aka aka ne tia. So the first piece we would offer you is to like there's a lot of energy coming in at the moment for you. And it's almost like you're calling in for what we're calling the diamond light, to start to open the cells in your system to begin to transmute any of the old belief systems, the old ways of being, the old paradigm of consciousness that you're carrying within your own system. This is your soul's way of inviting you to go through a transformation. And the piece that's coming through right now is that transformation is supported very directly for you and your system with the diamond light. So you can call in diamond light, diamond white light, to support your system for this to transform. And this is the cells of your body. Now, the cells of your body ideally are structured in a coherent manner or in a crystalline manner. Okay, so this is the transformation you're being asked. And this is what this package of energy that's come in for you is aligning you with. And it's supporting the cells in your body to release what we will call anger, but there's more kind of like it's just to cleanse, essentially, to purify and cleanse. And know that those individuals know that this experience of not receiving payment is also here to support you to have this experience of up-leveling. And as you have this experience of up-leveling and open to receiving, because this will also enable you to open to receive even more light for your system, this is not, you're not going to experience not being paid. Now, it might be that you do need to move on. It might be that you get shown, okay, now I need, like, there's something that I need to shift in my business so that this doesn't happen again. Or I might need to shift the type of clientele that I'm willing to work with. There may be practical things that are needing to shift, but right now you need to let go. Just let go. Yeah. Because what's also happening is you're holding on to the anger or to the frustration and the like, they should be paying me and all those sorts of things. And we're not saying that those aren't accurate, like on a intellectual level. They are, but what's happening is that it's holding you back from the transformation that you really want to move through. Yeah. And so when you let go, it's much more so we're not saying don't take action. You do take action, do take the action that feels aligned. But in the process of letting go, the action that you take becomes more effective because your emotional energy body is not so caught up in it. So there's a whole lot of different layers here, different learnings for you. Some are on the practical level, some are more energetic and soul-led. And some are about you opening to receive and truly letting your system relax and know that ultimately you are divined as a divine being and that you will receive the finances that you are required to resource you. Cool. Here we go. Okay, so there are some shifts happening as we speak. Okay, so we'll just let those energies continue to run for you.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Monica. Yeah, thank you so much, Catherine. And this reminds me of the experience I had maybe 10 years ago, something like that. It was similar, not receiving, and also like when I was trying to get the money back, it was really triggering. And distraction at the same time. But when I decided to let go, because I was going, it was a time of big shift for me. I really could focus my energy in what I was creating. And then with time, I received much more than that from other sources. And yeah, so it's, and also learn to honor myself more in the process. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Again, thank you, Marika.
Thank you, Monsif.
And Teresa shared,
Wonderful.
I had a profound crying and release. My heart is so grateful to you both. Thank you for your gifts. And thank you for having a forum to be able to connect, Monsif, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. And Miriam shared, so grateful to you both for all these helpful sharings. Divine blessings. Linda, sorry. Wow, Catherine and Monsif, this is so delightful and awesome energy transmission for all of us. Thank you. Pippa, thank you, Catherine and Monsif, for this powerful show and my message. It's been amazing. Much love. And yeah, do you have any message you would like to share before we complete the call?
Mhm. Okay, so thank you for all the thank yous, all the beautiful messages in the chat. And I'll just let Toth come through and see if there's anything that he would like to share with you. So ta'ati ta'akanetio. So welcome all of you. It is so much pleasure and so much delight to be with each of you in this forum in this way and on this beautiful show. As we speak, each of you is receiving energy to support your system in this moment. And the message that we want to bring through is that in this time of change, in this time of rapid evolution, this time of rapid shifting, each of you is being called to embrace your authentic self and your true self. And the energies on the planet, the energies that we're bringing through in this show are to support you to do just that. And we love you, and to know that we love you, we love you, we love you, that you are loved, that you are loved, that you are loved, and that love is the key. It is the key. It is the key to a life on earth that you all are aligned for and that you all deeply desire. And we respect so much all of you who have chosen to incarnate onto planet Earth and support the evolution and consciousness as warriors of the light, courageous hearts and courageous souls. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are love, you are love, you are love. And the divine is with you as you are with the divine. For each of you is divine. Tane ia tatika me, sharana pahika mai, iarana te kiai iai me. We complete.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a beautiful message. And yeah, Catherine, so thank you so much for, as always, for the energy you bring to us here, the support, and all the inspiration that you share with us. So thank you again for today's call. It was really powerful. And yeah, for the guidance you gave to all. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Monsif, and thank you for having me.
Beautiful. And yeah, also everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for sharing with us this space, your beautiful energies, whether on the live call or the replay. And thank you for the beautiful comments, the great questions today. And again, I invite you to sign up to one of the packages that's Catherine is offering to us on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine. CATH, sorry, again, Catherine is CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And also just want to mention that our next live call will happen after 2 weeks. In the meantime, there will be replays shared, and yeah, so I will see you soon. And I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.